The other reward with a debit card is you get 30 tickets for every dollar you spend. Because let's be real, yes, you need to put money to the side to save and not touch it. We got bills to pay, like you said. We got groceries, we got all that, right? So when you need the necessary spend, you can tap into those reserves and get rewarded from a ticket perspective. Not just that, every single purchase you make with our card has a chance to be reimbursed on us. Every single one. Yeah.
But why would it be reimbursed? I'm curious.
What's happening? No capping. We with AO, about to get a plate bowl. Pull up to the table. Let's go.
Last year, Americans' biggest regret, as far as in financial regret, was not saving enough money for emergencies or just saving enough, period. Before I move on, I want to ask you a simple question. I want you to be very honest. If you're sitting next to your spouse right now, your loved one, don't look at them. Do you regret not saving money? Do you regret going to that store, purchasing that item, knowing that you do not have any money in the savings account? You are already living paycheck to paycheck, or maybe you're not living paycheck to paycheck. Maybe just you're living maybe just a little bit, just a little bit below your means. You're right there in the cuff, but you can look in your closet, you can look out in your driveway, you can look in your living room, you can look on you. You have more money than you even have in your savings account. There was a recent study that came out and said that currently less than half of U.S. households, about 4 in 10 people, are not able. Let me say this again. I'm sorry, I said it correct. About 4 in 10 people are able to cover an unexpected $1,000 emergency fund, like a car repair or medical bill. Are able. 4 in 10. So this is nearly 60% in America don't even have $1,000 in their savings account. Are you one of the 60%? I want you to be honest with yourself. Are you one of the 60 or are you one of the 40? I'm in the 40. Are you in the 40? Here's the truth. I told you all this year that we're going to maximize the year 2022. I'm going to help you get out of debt. I'm going to help you build wealth. A lot of people are on the debt-free journey and are almost at the end of it. But one of the key things when it comes to getting out of debt, crossing over to building wealth, and not going back into debt is having a savings account. So today we're going to talk about how to save and how to cut back on things and where to park your money. Because I really want to stress this. Your credit card is not an emergency fund. Your boyfriend is not your savings account. Your girlfriend is not your savings account. Your mom and your daddy, daggone it, is not your savings account. You have to properly and priorly plan so that you can prevent poor performances. You have to sit here and strategically say, you know what? Hey, I am going to put money aside. I am going to make sure that I have money set aside. I'm going to think about the future, not just for emergencies, but hey, I want to purchase a home in the next year. I'm going to start saving. I want to purchase a car. I'm going to start saving. Hey, I want to save for my kids' college education. I'm going to start saving. You know what? My kid's prom or my kid is turning 16. I want to buy him or her a car. You're going to start saving. You know what? I want to take my family on a beautiful trip to Israel to walk the lands where Jesus Christ walk, or I just want to go to Dubai, Hawaii. I'm going to start saving. Spring break is coming up. Summer is coming here soon. And I've been working out, got my chest right, got my arms right. You got your glutes right, ladies. You got them thighs right. You're going to start saving so you don't have to go into debt over it. And we're going to talk about that today. But before we get to today's show, because I got something special for you today that's really going to help you save a lot. And I'm going to even show you where to do it. And I even have a guest who's going to join me a little bit later on in the show to really break down some more things for you. But before we get into the show, one quick thing. If you are new to the family, thank you so much for rocking with me. Thank you so much for joining me today. But I want you to do me a favor. Actually, do yourself a favor. You know, this month we're doing 2 shows a week. Every Monday and Wednesday we come out with a brand new show. And you never know, I may pop up and do some last minute reactions to stuff that's going viral that y'all are sending me. Cool, great. But you know what? Next month, we're going to 3 shows a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Man, y'all, we're growing by the numbers. Just last month, we grew by 25,000 subscribers on YouTube alone, by 100,000 downloads on YouTube. Our family is growing, and I would love to personally invite you into our family. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you do not miss something. We are rolling out a lot of different things, and the only way you can keep up with everything is just joining the family and hitting subscribe. All right, so listen, I love where you all are today. Hit the subscribe button, and let's get into today's content. Here's number 1. When it comes to tips for saving, here's the very first tip. Save 36 months of expenses. I want you to set aside 36 months of expenses. Now, Anthony, why 3 to 6 months worth of expenses? It's because, you know what? My mama always said, that's my mom, but my great-grandmother looked at me one day right before she passed, and she said, son, it's not a matter of if the storm is coming, it's just a matter of when. And when it comes, how prepared will you be? How prepared will you be when life happens? Life is going to happen. You know, y'all know me. Last year, I made a huge transition. I stepped out on my own and started my own business. You know what? I felt good because I had a fully funded emergency fund. I had a very nice savings account because I was like, yo, I know what I'm doing in the future. You know? And so you save 3 months, 6 months, depending where you are. Now, let me talk to the single people. Single people, if you're single and it's just you, man, I'm cool with you doing 3 months because I believe if you're single, you can maneuver quite faster. And in today's day and time, especially for millennials, man, we can get out there and make a quick $1,500 to pay some bills, to cover rent, to cover some gas. We could do that from driving Uber, driving Lyft, doing it. We could do that. But I want to stretch you. I want to stretch you to honestly look into setting aside 6 months. Set aside 6 months of your expenses. Now, expenses, you guys, may be this. It may be like, for an example, for me, I actually set aside 1 year's average salary because I want to make sure that I can honestly not change my lifestyle. That's what I want personally. Okay. But bare minimum, I want you to have 3 to 6 months of expenses. So whatever expenses, you know what? If gym, that's an expense. Okay. A gym membership is an expense. Your hair, ladies, that's an expense. Now listen, I'm gonna rub some of y'all wrong and it's all good. But you may need to cut out some of that weave you buying. Okay. I don't need you saving for all these extra wigs and weaves. Okay? Because honestly, I ain't gonna say that because now I'm gonna say it's my show. I'm gonna say it. Some of that stuff look ugly. Okay? Some of y'all, man, y'all need this. I'm not gonna do that. But as a man, some of the stuff y'all be wiping like, what in the world? No, baby, no, that's you spent how much for that? Oh, Jesus. But again, your hair is an expense. You gotta save for that. Brothers, shoes, your Jordans, your Yeezys, that, you know what I'm saying? If you got to get new shoes, if you want new shoes every quarter, you got to save for that. Your apps on your phones, ladies, that you take pictures on and you be like, And do you want to go in there? Let me clean up my face. Oh, hold on. Let me pull in my cheeks. Oh, okay, let me pull in my stomach. Y'all got to pay. That's an expense. If you're paying anything that you are paying out is an expense. Your mortgage payment, your rent payment, your car note if you have a car note, your insurance, your kids' daycare, gas, groceries, utilities, all that is an expense. So you're going to save whatever, if it costs you $2,000 a month to live, then if you're saving for 3 months, that's $6,000. If you're saving for 6 months, that's $12,000 that you need to have in your savings account. So this way, when life hits, if your car breaks down, if you lose your job, you can live for 3 to 6 months. All right. And I really want to stress and start right there because, again, we are doing this so that this does not stop us. Life doesn't stop us from building wealth. Emergencies now, for me, have really turned into just inconveniences. It's like, oh, dang, I hate I got to spend this money, but I'm not upset that I have to spend this money because I got the money. Something happened with my family. I say, let me get home. Just to get home from DC to California the day before, that's an $1,800 ticket. $1,800 ticket. But I wasn't upset because y'all got the money. I'm straight. And for me, because I live below my means, this is another subject for another day, I didn't even have to go on my emergency fund. Because all the money that I make, I'm not spending it all in the same month. So I got some money in my checking account, a little cushion there. And I'm like, okay, cool, great. So that's tip number one. Set aside 3 to 6 months. If you are married, 3 solid months. I'm talking about all your expenses. What is that lifestyle? Set that aside. If you're single, I'm cool with 3 months. But if you're single, it's only you can honestly stretch yourself and think about it. Come to your wedding, come into your marriage with 6 months savings sitting right there. And y'all instantly get married, combine your savings account. Now you got 6 months to really just be comfortable. And I love that. I really do love that. Tip number 2. Here's number 2 when it comes to really saving. And I want to give y'all some practical things, man, before my guest joins me. Tip number 2 is separate your savings and your checking account. Now, I personally use Prize Pool, okay? I use Prize Pool because I love them because it's not really attached to my checking account, but I still have access to it. And we're going to talk about Prize Pool a little bit later on. Prize Pool has been a partner of mine for almost going on a year. Good friends with the CEO and their marketing director, and just really love what they're doing and how they're really trying to combine saving and make it fun saving. Because sometimes saving is kind of boring. Let's just be real. Like you're just setting this money just for it to sit there. Well, they actually make it real fun, and they're going to be announcing some great stuff on my show today. So keep a lot for that. Okay, but it's easier to track when you separate your savings from your checking account. Listen, you don't want to have your checking account, your checking and savings. Okay, and we save for really 3 main reasons. Number 1 is emergency. Number 2 is for big purchases. Big purchases like we're going to save for a down payment on a home, or we're going to save for a car. We're going to save for a big vacation that we have coming up. And small purchases. Maybe you want to buy a new computer. Maybe you want to go buy the new kicks that just came out. Maybe, ladies, you do want to save up to get something, a new dress that just came up, or a nice new purse. It's all good and gravy. And then, honestly, we save for one more reason, too, for wealth building. We save so that we can save this money and invest it into the right things. You're saving this money to look for the right investment. So I save for those main things. And I honestly have, for myself, because of where I'm at in life, I have a checking account and I have 2 savings accounts. I have one is for my emergency fund that I don't even touch. I don't put nothing else in there. That's just my emergency fund that sits there. That's that Prize Pool. The other one is connected to my bank account, because that is like if I find a good investment and I need to move real quick, I can put that money in a checking account, boom, go there. When I'm saving just for a quick trip, like for an example, in the month of July, I'm going to Dubai for my birthday just to get away. I'm taking a whole month of July off. I'm still gonna leave y'all some good content, but I'm taking a whole month of July off and I'm going to Dubai. Listen here, man, I'm trying to see all, never mind. I'm just saving. I'm just saving, you know what I'm saying? But we save for those main reasons. Number 1, emergency. Number 2, big purchases. Number 3, small purchases. Number 4, wealth building. But we keep those in a separate account. You can't do all that in one account because you can't really track it, okay? And if you did have it in there, it'll be very tempting to pull it out. The one thing that I love about Prize Pool is that while I can see it, I can't see it every day because I don't go to Prize Pool every day. That has my emergency fund. I don't have an emergency today. I don't have an emergency tomorrow, prayerfully. I won't have an emergency next week, prayerfully. So I don't see it. I check in there maybe about once every other week just to make sure my money, is there. Make sure ain't nothing funny going on over there at Prize Pool, which nothing is because they are FDIC insured. And so I'm not concerned about that. But I like to see maybe I won something. And we're going to talk about it a little bit later on too. You want to keep it separate because you want to make sure that it is really, really, really safe for you and securing you. Here's number 3. Pay yourself first every single month. Technically, you're going to pay yourself second. My philosophy as a Christian man, I pay God first. I give him his tithe. I give him his 10%. If you're not a Christian, give first. Be generous, okay? Give to whoever you want to give to. I believe it is better to give than it is to receive. So for me, I give God his 10% off the top for me because I want God to bless me with more. And so second, I pay myself. I set up. So in my company, me and my team, we use Gusto. And so I pay my staff first. And then also we all get paid on the same day, right? We all get paid on the same day, same time. And when I get paid from the company, my company, feels so good to say my company. God is good. When I get paid from my company, I have automatic transfers that goes into my savings account because I want to buy an Airbnb. And so I'm saving for that. Okay, so I'm putting that money into that. And then before, when I was trying to get my full 1 year, I was automatically just transferring some of that money into my prize pool account because I want to get a full year savings in there, right? So now since I got that good, now I'm just transferring my money to my other savings account so that way I can get enough money so I can go get me an Airbnb. So you got to pay yourself first. You're working hard. You're putting in the labor Monday through Friday. Some of y'all putting in labor Monday through Monday. You're getting up every single day and you're working, you're grinding. Why would you want to give somebody else a fruit of your labor before you got a piece of your own fruit? I love my producer CJ, but he's gonna get a piece of my fruit before I get my own fruit. I love the way I taste, but I need to know how I taste before anybody else know. My car insurance, they ain't getting a piece of my fruit before I do. But that's how America's running right now. Y'all are working your butts off. You're working 8 to 5. You're dealing with supervisors you don't even like. You're going into companies you don't even like. You're ready to leave. You get the paycheck on Friday and you pay everyone else. And you don't even see a dime of your own money for yourself. No, that's going to flip today. You're going to pay yourself second. Technically first in the real world, second if you're a Christian. Because you deserve to see the fruit of your labor. So what you do is you set up transfers to your savings account when you get paid. So when the money hits your checking account, the first thing comes out is your 10% that goes to you. Put something into your savings account that's solely just for you. Then I need you to really take savings seriously and don't put it off. So y'all know I teach Dave Ramsey's baby steps. That's what I live by. Love that guy. Love what they're doing, right? So the first 3 steps that he teaches is baby step number 1 is $1,000 in emergency fund. Baby step number 2, pay off all your debt using a debt snowball. You're going to pause everything else. You're not going to have 3 to 6 months in your savings account. Baby step number 3, you're going to put a fully funded 3 to 6 months in there. So for an example, if you have a prize pool account and you're starting off on a baby steps, you're going to put $1,000. Yo, if you want to go up to like $2,000, $2,500, I'm cool with that, especially during these inflation times and high times. I'm cool with having a little bit more. The key thing is, though, you don't want to have a whole lot in there that could be going towards paying off your debt. We want you to be a little bit uncomfortable so that way you get out of debt quicker and you can get into building your savings, right? So you got to really take savings seriously and understand that as you're paying off your debt, when you transfer over to now building a fully funded emergency fund, starting to build a foundation for wealth building, one of the key things that gets people to go back into debt is they were not saving. They were relying on their credit cards and credit score to be their emergency fund, or they were relying on some man or some woman or their mama and daddy or grandmama and grandpa or friends to be their emergency fund, but weren't relying on yourself. You have to take savings seriously. The caliber of your future is depending upon your decision that you make today. Not your parents, not your loved ones, not your spouse, not the person who you're dating, but your decision. Do you know how good it feels, man, to wake up? And I sit here and I wake up on the first of the month and I only got to pay my staff, my mortgage, my insurance, and myself. That's it. I don't have any debt to pay off. And if I have a slow month or a bad month, I'm straight. I'm good. I'm good. I just started this company, right? And so now on my personal side, I'm straight. Now I'm building up my business savings account. So that way, if something was to happen and we lose out on some things, now I'm like, okay, cool, great. Let me get the business up so the business can still run for a year. I'm not there yet on the business side of things. I'm gonna be real with you because the business makes a lot more money than I do. So y'all think employees, the owners are no, I got bills to pay. Not debt. I got people and bills to pay. All right. The producer, put the camera on you, CJ. He ain't cheap. He is not cheap. All that long hair. You see that? Bro, man, shoot, he got to save, just do his hair. So listen, man, you got to take saving seriously. You really have to sit back and take saving seriously. Here's number 4. Don't touch it unless it's an actual emergency. Do not take the chance of you know what? It's an emergency. Some of y'all are new to my tribe and you really don't know my story. And one day I'm gonna do a whole recap of my story, man, because we're growing extremely fast. But I remember getting my first credit card and I told my mom that this is just a $500 credit card for an emergency so I can get a credit score and be a real man. My mom looked at me and said, you don't need a credit card to be a real man. I was like, yeah, I got this, mama. Young lady that I was really, really interested into. She was beautiful, half black, half Puerto Rican. Oh my gosh. My Lord. There's just something about minorities that just does. I mean, I love all people. I don't know. But it's just something about minorities that just made me just be like, good God. She walked past me one day and I was like, yo, girl, I'm coming for you. She looked at me and she was like, yo, when you get some money, come holler at me. I said, okay, I got you. When I got that credit card, it was an emergency to take that beautiful woman to Red Lobster. I remember getting in my car. I said, yo, baby, mama. She was like, what's up? I was like, yo, where you want to go to dinner? She was like, I don't know. She was like, where you want to go? I said, girl, where you want to go? She was like, shoot, let's go to Red Lobster. I said, girl, I'm on my way. Now, y'all saying Red Lobster, ew. I mean, y'all young people like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? But like back in the the late 90s and the early 2000s, Red Lobster was like going to Eddie V's or Ruth Chris Steakhouse today. It was a 5-star experience back in the 90s and the early 2000s. Like when you walked in there, mayors, celebrities was doing all you can eat crab legs and king crabs and unlimited biscuits. And their biscuits was like people were going to Red Lobster and just placing orders for biscuits. It was serious. It was an emergency to take her over there. And I can say this now because I really couldn't say it, but you know what? Let me be real with you. Because this is the table. We keep it real, relevant, and relatable at my table. The real emergency was I was a virgin. A lot of people didn't know that. And I wanted to have sex. I'm just gonna be real. So I'm like, if I take her to a real nice restaurant, if I impress her, when I take her home, I'm gonna keep it real. Men are doing that today. Let me impress her. This is an emergency. Let me impress her, and she gonna get what? Yeah, I didn't even get a kiss. I spent all this money on my first credit card and didn't get a kiss. Because I thought it was an emergency. Took her home, sent her some flowers the very next day from 1-800-Flowers.com. I remember it. I was like, all right, bet. She called me, thank you. I was like, yeah, girl, I got you. She's like, am I gonna see you tonight? I said, yeah, girl, I got you. I'm gonna see you tonight. Yeah. My boss was like, yo, don't go over there empty-handed. If you really trying to get up in it, excuse my French, just being real. They was like, yo, go to the mall, get her a Dooney & Burke's purse. And when you get a Dooney & Burke's purse, she gonna give you some. I was like, bet, go to the mall, put her on my credit card again. Within a matter of 18 hours, y'all, I maxed out my credit card. Within 18 hours, maxed out. Because in my head, it was an emergency to impress her to get something to please my flesh. And y'all, I'm gonna keep it real. We never had sex. I never got a kiss. Never got anything that I wanted. And to be real, as I've grown, evolved, and matured, that was the wrong way to pursue a woman anyways. You know what that $500 cost me? Cost me about $1,200 after fees, penalties, and interest. That was a waste of my time. So why am I saying this? Because some of you all are going to save money. You're going to put it in for emergency. You're going to save money for, your down payment on your home. You're going to save money to purchase a car. You're going to have this fully funded emergency fund inside your prize pool account. And some joker, some guy, some girl who's not aligned with your vision is going to come and they're going to convince you that this is an emergency. No, it is not an emergency. An emergency, okay, is if life happens, car breaks down, someone dies in your family, you need to move real quick, cell phone breaks. An emergency is your son gets, unfortunately hurt, your child gets hurt, you need to rush them to the hospital, you need to pay the copay. An emergency is your son comes home, your child comes home, and they need something for school, for their education. That's an emergency. An emergency is, I need to do this. An emergency is not, my hair just got wet because it rained and I need to get my wig done again. That's not an emergency. An emergency is not, I see this beautiful woman, I want to take her out to dinner. That's not an emergency. An emergency is not, young people, spring break is coming up and I want to go to Mexico. I want to go to Cabo and show off my glutes. That's not an emergency. And I say this because sometimes we feel as if we can do it. But it just really means, you guys, we do not have financial stability. We don't really understand financial literacy. We don't have financial wisdom. But let's just say you do have to use your emergency fund for a valid emergency reason. You got to get that replenished ASAP. As soon as you take it out, your first thing next is got to put it back in. Because you want to be prepared for the next time a storm comes. And I'll be honest and say this thing respectfully. I will say this respectfully. When COVID hit, I was not scared. I wasn't hurting. I didn't know at the time I was working Ramsey Solutions, and we made a lot of our money off of being on the road at that time. I was on the road. I can't tell you how often I was traveling. I was making money on the road. And I never forget, I was on the plane with Dave and the rest of our team at that time. And that's right when the NBA shut down. We was coming back from New York, and I was like, oh, shoot, what's about to happen? Our one event got canceled, and I was like, oh, shoot, wait, whoa. And at the time with Ramsey, we got paid off of what we did as far as in personalities. And I was like, man, my income is declining. But, I was at peace because at least I had a savings account. The only thing I had to pay at the time was a mortgage payment. I didn't have any car notes. I was like, okay, all right, it sucks. And I lost a lot of money. But I was grateful because, man, excellent leadership over there at Ramsey. They pivoted so well. And while my income dropped tremendously, it didn't drop to where I had to go into my savings account. And I love that place, man. Love y'all, Ramsey. And so, I really want to just say, man, there's a level of peace that comes with a fully funded savings account. I got two more things I really want to give you, and then I'm gonna bring in my friend Daniel from Prize Pool to sit down and just really talk to us about how we can really apply these things into an actual savings account and why Prize Pool is the honest bet. So I'm really pumped about this. I really am pumped about this one. I love this one. Set savings goals, right? Number 5 is give yourself a target to aim for and a deadline to motivate you. If you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every single time. Set some goals. Like, I really want you to set some goals. I'm gonna pull up my notes here because one of the goals, right? One of the goals when it comes to saving could be a mortgage, right? And my friends over at Churchill Mortgage actually just announced something that's just absolutely amazing. And this is why you need to open up a savings account with Prize Pool so you can save for a down payment to go towards a house. Because right now, in a competitive market, people are losing homes because of cash deals, right? And so my friends over there at Churchill Mortgage are launching a brand new program this month. No one's doing this. It's called the Homebuyer Edge by Churchill Mortgage, and it gives you the best chance to purchase the home of your dreams during challenging times. Churchill has financed all of my homes, right? But what I love about Churchill is they give you a guaranteed approval. Like it's a certified approval, and their certified approval is this. Yo, listen, we do all the manual underwriting. Their underwriter looks at you, says, you know what? We verified your income. We got this, you got that. You're a solid buyer. Stamp of approval. You take that to the seller. Boom, you're solid. You get a quick, super fast approval through their app, not through a machine, but through their app. And here's what I love too. You're gonna lock in your rate for 90 days. So you can shop in peace. But here's the sweet sauce. Oh my gosh, it's sweet. They're gonna sweeten the deal by not only giving you a certified pre-approval, but they're gonna give you another letter to go to your seller saying, hey, we're gonna guarantee you $5,000. If we have to back out of the deal because of our financing, because of Churchill mortgage financing, they will guarantee the seller $5,000. Guaranteed. With their earnest money. So you walk into now being competitive because you're getting this deal. If you don't have a credit score, if you don't have any open trade lines, or if you're struggling in your credit somewhat, they will be there with you, and they have some amazing down payment assistance programs. So as you're setting goals, and one of your goals is to, save for a mortgage, save to get it into a home. Yo, I want you to go to anthonyoneal.com/Churchill and apply. And what I love about them, they remind me of Prize Pool. They're educators. They want to help you win. They're going to sit there and walk you through the whole process, tell you what you can afford, tell you where you are in life and what you need to do and how they can help you out. But they're going to also assist you. If you're a first-time home buyer, they got some amazing programs for you. And they're going to get you into your home quickly, and they're going to make sure you get it ASAP. No one closes as fast as them. So you got to set some savings goals, whether that's a mortgage, whether that's a car, whether that's, vacation with your family, or maybe that's just you want to see $10,000 just sitting in your savings account so you can be at peace. And the last thing is this. Cut expenses or take a second job. Okay? Find things in your budget that you can cut out or cut down on and save the difference. One thing I did for myself is, y'all know me, I love working out. Okay? I need to start working out some more because this stomach is starting to get a little bit bigger, and every time we record, my CJ just be my producer just be slacking. CJ just be he be tripping, and he don't want to work out. He just want to work and eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bruh, I'm working and eating, sitting down, I'm getting big, and you already got you a woman at the house. I don't. Okay? I'm trying to get me something over here, But so what I did was I actually built a nice little home gym in my studio because I did the math. If I can sit here and get the stuff over here in my home and work out from home, it saves me 2 hours of transportation. And then I was paying for my gym membership $149 a month. That's close to $1,500 a year. I spent $1,500 to get the gym up and running. And now it just saves me money. Not only money, but it saves me time. So when you look at what expenses can you cut, not only look at, okay, what am I saving when it comes to money, but is it even saving me time? And if you get time and money out of that deal, that's a good cut. That's a real good cut. Okay? Maybe you need to change your phone plans. Okay? I need to look for a phone company to rock with me on my show. I'm curious, who's y'all favorite phone company? Jot their information below. I need to look at a phone company because right now I'm with Verizon, and boy, they expensive. They expensive. So y'all drop y'all favorite phone company and download. I'm gonna see if I can find me somebody to rock with this on the show. Spend less on eating out. Spend less on eating. Cook at home. Going out on dates. Yo, Netflix and chill. I ain't talking about that Netflix and chill. I'm talking about cook, Netflix. Cook and then Netflix. Cook, Netflix, and chill. And you know what? And switch car insurance. I just moved from Nashville to the DMV area, right? And so I'm in the middle of looking for car insurance because I believe in bundling. So I want to, have my car insurance, have my homeowners insurance, all in one. And so I'm looking for companies, and it's weird. DMV is just area. It's a weird area. A very, very weird area. You know, I couldn't take my company over here. And for like car insurance and health insurance, I normally use Xander's insurance, but Xander insurance is not in the DMV area. And so, I'm still looking. I'm still looking. And here's the last thing. Take a second job or a side hustle to boost your savings account. There's nothing wrong with getting out there and working. There's nothing wrong with getting out there and putting in some practical things that will help you increase your income. Don't be lazy. Don't have these savings goals. Don't have these wealth building goals, but you don't want to pick up your savings. I mean, you're another side hustle. I was on the show. We interviewed a couple, and they were making $200,000 a year, and they went out there and got like 4 extra jobs. I think they said, right? 4. And my man was he was making $125,000 throughout his 9-to-5 job, and then he went and picked up a $9 an hour job being a janitor at a gym because he wanted to save more, pay off more debt, and just get aggressive with it. So my man said, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. His wife was already making about $75,000. She said, yo, I'm gonna go over there, work with him at the gym. And then she loves dogs. She started watching dogs on Rover Extra. It's a young couple making 6+ figures. But you know what? Their savings account today, fat. Their net worth, million+. Because they were willing to do what they had to do so they could do what they want to do when they want to do it. Savings is important. Savings is key. So I want you to check out this commercial with my friends over at Prize Pool, and we'll be right back with my boy Daniel.
Oh, yeah. They're happy for a good reason. Prize Pool gives you a chance to win big simply by saving money. You heard me right. Save your money and have a chance to win more. That, my friends, is what I call a win-win situation. Plus, they have a debit card. Use it and increase your chances to win in our weekly drawings. Head over to anthonyoneal.com/savings to set up your account today. Prize Pool, banking made fun.
Let's welcome to the table for the next half of the show, my friend Daniel. What's up, bro? How you feeling, man?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Man, I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. So let's get straight into it, man.
Yeah.
What makes Prize Pool so different from other savings accounts out there?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. Before we dive in, can I just say something real quick?
Yeah, what's up?
You were talking about Red Lobster earlier.
Yeah.
Right? No Red Lobster slander will prosper because those biscuits aren't just any. The cheese biscuits still go. Am I right, CJ? Like they still go.
They still hit.
Yes.
I haven't been to Red Lobster though in years.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you the last time I've been to Red Lobster.
Yeah, same.
I don't even think. Are they even still open?
Gotta be somewhere.
I go, so if y'all want to send me some biscuits.
Oh, Lord.
Hit him with the brand deal.
No, listen, man. That's cool. That's cool. But yeah, so what makes Prize Pool so different from other savings accounts, man?
Yeah. A couple things. I think the biggest thing is probably just like the experience overall. Like if you think about savings accounts and banks, they've been around for centuries and the model hasn't really changed, right? And to be honest, it's always felt like a one-sided relationship a little bit, right? I bring them my hard-earned money, they store it for me, and in return, I get hit with overdraft fees, right?
Yeah.
I get hit with 0.01% APY, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, a couple of pennies throughout the year,
Yeah.
what have you, right? So it's just a completely different experience where it is interesting, like you said, right? Like you said, we keep it real here, so it's like saving money. Is it ever going to be fun or as fun as rocking that fresh new dipped outfit?
Yeah.
Probably not, right?
Right.
But what we do offer is a way to make saving rewarding,
Okay.
right? And exciting because for doing the basics, building a financial foundation, you get rewarded an opportunity to win big cash money on top of the high interest. So that's the first thing, right? Just overall experience. Secondly is I don't want to sound corny, but like the vision and the team is the reason that I'm here.
Okay, what's that? I'm curious.
Yeah, so vision actually goes back to what you were talking about earlier, right? 60% of Americans will have $1,000 in cash.
Yep.
How many of our friends and family don't have 1,000, but like you said, they're copping the latest drop of whatever, right? And so our mission is we want to help Americans build that strong financial foundation, right? Build wealth. And the team doesn't come from it, right? So we are a team almost completely made up of minorities, right?
Say that again one more time.
We are a team completely made up of minorities.
So when you say completely, are we talking about like 40%? Because, you know, when companies say that,
Yes.
we are very diverse.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah.
walk up in there,
Right.
they're diverse because they got 3, 4 black people. But the majority of them are all white.
Right.
So when you say prize pool
Yep.
is a team completely of I need you to put a percentage on that.
All right. I will. And thank you for bringing that up. This
Yeah.
is no corporate cap. I'm not that good at math.
Right.
We got a team of 14.
Okay.
13 people are minorities.
What?
Our 2 founders are minorities that grew up broke and found success.
Yo, and Frank, my guy.
Yes.
I love Frank.
No, he is that guy. And
Yeah.
so going back to this idea of minorities trying to make a major difference, right? Like all of our parents on the team were immigrants. We grew up without much. We didn't have resources to navigate certain things. We didn't have certain privileges. But we're all just a collection of people that had to figure it out for ourselves. We didn't have an Anthony ONeal back then, right? And so after being able to build some sort of financial foundation that we couldn't get from our parents,
Yeah.
we're just banding together to be like, all right, how do we pass this on to those coming behind us?
Yeah.
Because we learned a lot.
Yeah.
Let's offer this to the world.
So, and if I'm out of line for asking this question, just let me know. But would you say that minorities is a sweet spot for you all? You all want to see more minorities saving well? Like, is that important to prize pool?
1,000%. 1,000%. It's in today's day and age, there's so much information out there. You know, my parents didn't have the education and opportunity to teach me about a 401k, about investing.
Wow.
Right. And so a rising tide lifts all boats. And for me personally, I'm here because I do want to see minorities succeed.
Yeah.
And close that gap.
Man, I love it. Now, one of the questions that I get about prize pool, and I just got to say, I didn't know that majority of you all were minorities.
Yeah.
That made me even more excited to partner with you all. I've never asked a company about their staff. Now, I did tell Frank up front, you know, because he was the second person, as far as in prize pool, was the second person to partner with me on my new journey.
Yeah.
First person to sign a loan deal with me. And I told Frank, like, hey, man, I was going to be honest with you, because some companies don't like what I'm doing. I'm like, Frank, I'm really focusing on minorities, man. I have a heart for all people, but I really want to see more minorities become debt-free, build wealth, get a fully funded savings account. So, bro, if you partner with me, just know this is what I'm talking about. Man, Frank was like, okay. But I never asked. But now I see why.
Yeah.
And that, oh, man, that rocks with me.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, and I love Frank. And Frank is one of the CEOs of founders of the company, you guys.
Sure.
But one of the questions that I'm always asked, because you know, when you go to prize pool, it looks fun. It doesn't look like the typical savings account.
No.
I get this question asked all the time. They go, bro, is prize pool really legit? Like can I really park my money there, and is it safe? Am I gonna lose my money?
Yeah.
So I gotta ask you that question. I know the answer, but you're in the company.
Yes.
Is it safe, man?
Yeah, no, it's a good question.
Yeah.
And let me start by saying absolutely, right? I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to front. When I first joined, when I told all my boys, friends and family about it, or just peers, right? The first question I get, what's the catch? Every single time, right?
Yeah.
Like, I am telling you no cap, there is no catch,
Yeah.
right? So that's one thing.
Okay.
Secondly, we are Fdic insured, like you mentioned, right?
Yep.
We partner with Evolve Trust and Bank, which is actually a nationally chartered bank in Tennessee, which
Yes.
is where you were at before this.
Yep.
Yeah, they're established, they're nationally chartered, and they're actually the main go-to. They're a primary player in this emerging financial technology market. So they're tried and tested, right? Lastly, we have tens upon tens of thousands of winners, real people. You can see them in our app. You can see the list of top winners on our website. I'm actually the one that interviews the winners. We want to get to know our users, right?
Yeah.
We want to know all the cool stories, the different circumstances, and just seeing the look on the faces of people, seeing their hard-earned money, the discipline, the delayed gratification pay off. Like, that in itself is everything for me. So we are very much legit, and we're happy to be here.
Man, listen. For those of y'all wondering, like, okay, cool, I'm loving this already. You can go to anthonyoneal.com/savings. AnthonyONeal.com/savings. It would take you to our website, and you'll fill out some information, and you'll be able to get started instantly, right, with savings.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a brand new website that we built, new page specifically for my tribe, because I believe in what they're doing even more now since they're really rocking and loving millennials. So, in your opinion, man, not from like a prize pool perspective, but from your opinion, how easy is it to use, or just really to save for an emergency, but then also use your emergency?
Yeah. No, that's a good question. Very easy.
Yeah.
At the end of this month, so it's technically live in beta. We have a debit card coming out, right?
Okay.
And it's for that exact reason, right? People are storing their money with us. They're saving.
Yeah.
They're earning.
Yeah.
Interest, rewards, all that. But stuff comes up, right? Like the down payment on a house,
Yep.
right? An emergency.
Yep.
With the debit card, you have instant access to your funds.
Right. Y'all have a debit card.
Yeah, yeah.
That's attached to your emergency fund.
Correct. So end of this month, we're launching. And so that's probably the quickest way. Immediate access. Not just that. You get rewarded for saving your money with us, right? The debit card, you also get rewarded as well. For everything, every dollar you spend is going to get you 30 tickets.
Okay, wait. Because we haven't talked about that.
No, not yet.
Yeah, let's talk about that right now.
Yeah.
This makes... I'm about to pour my drink, y'all. This is what makes Prize Pool so unique. Break down the reward system for us at Prize Pool.
Yeah.
Because I think it's for... And you text me one day. You was like, hey, yo, you said something in your commercial. It's kind of wrong. It's actually a better situation. I was like, is it? Yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, if I have $100 in my account, I get 100 tickets. But I get 100 tickets every day that the $100 is in the account?
Exactly. You got it.
I said it right?
No, so yeah, you did. So let me run through this.
Yeah.
You have $100 on Sunday, you put it in there.
Yeah.
Come Saturday, you're gonna have 700 tickets because you get a ticket every day, $1 is in your account. The reason we do this, we want to even the playing field, right? Not everybody has a ton of cash to park and get a ton of tickets. We want to reward people for keeping your money in your savings account.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that's one piece of it.
Okay.
The other reward with the debit card is you get 30 tickets for every dollar you spend. Because let's be real, yes, you need to put money to the side to save and not touch it. We got bills to pay, like you said. We got groceries, we got all that, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
when you need the necessary spend, you can tap into those reserves and get rewarded from a ticket perspective.
Okay.
Not just that, every single purchase you make with our card has a chance to be reimbursed on us. Every single one. Yeah.
But why would it be reimbursed? I'm curious.
Just as a reward.
For real.
For real.
That's a reward.
It's a reward, a part of the debit card program, yes. Every time you transact and it settles, right? Right then and there, you have an opportunity to just on the spot get reimbursed. There are no daily limits. There are no lifetime limits. I've already seen in our beta group of users, ski lift passes get paid off, huge crypto purchases get paid off. Like it's happening.
And I think you just said also y'all have something with crypto.
We do, yes. So on top of that, we talked about the savings account, we talked about the debit card.
Right.
We continuously want to look for ways to return more yield to savers.
Yeah.
Like you said, people are working their tails off Monday through Friday, Monday to Monday.
Yeah.
And so we want to, how do you maximize that dollar that goes in?
Yeah.
How do you reward that discipline? And so we're coming out with the crypto-powered savings account called Vault. Really excited about it. And what you do is it's a savings account and it gives you 4% back. So instead of the 0.3 guarantee that we do, which is already 6 times the national average, it's 4% off rip. Right?
Off rip.
Yes. And we're able to do that because we're leveraging the power of DeFi and crypto. Yes. Now, I'm not going to get too crazy in the weeds with it all, but this does mean a couple things, right? One, we're in the crypto market, so Vault funds are not FDIC insured.
Right.
Now, let me pause real quick because I'm sure that's going to spook a couple of people, and rightfully so. So let me talk about that. So our crypto is USDC, which is a stable coin.
Yep.
Right. Simply put, it is a non-volatile cryptocurrency.
Yep.
And it is issued by Circle.
Yep.
Every USDC out there in the world, there is a physical dollar in a reserve sitting somewhere.
Yeah.
Right. So the security is there.
Yeah.
Circle has been audited on the monthly for the past 4 years by top accounting firms to make sure what they're saying is true. They're passing with flying colors. So no, you don't get FDIC, right? Let's keep it real. But for us, that like security is not a concern at all.
Yeah.
Right.
I love it, man. This is some good information here because I didn't know about the debit card that's attached to your savings account. That just makes it easier to where if an emergency does happen, or you need access to your savings account, you can get it quicker now.
Exactly.
Before, I would have to transfer it back to my savings account.
That's right. Yeah. So if it's not the debit card, you would use the ACH, right? Which is a standard of any bank. So 2 to 3 days or whatever it is.
So I'm very big on customer service, man. I've in the past I've partnered with people and their customer service respectfully sucked.
Yes.
And I do not want to send my people anywhere and the customer service is not good. How important is customer service within Prize Pool? And how is y'all's customer service, honestly?
That's a great question. And I'm the same way, right? Like I kind of have a high bar for customer service.
Yeah.
And we've all called our banks, right? And dealt with that. The machine that is, whatever that is, right?
Yeah.
Listen, like the product team at Prize Pool, we're talking with users all the time to get feedback. What do you like? What can we do better? And I can say with confidence, the most consistent feedback we get is your guys' customer success team, they slay. They're easy to reach.
Yeah.
They're super responsive. They're not here just responding copy and paste answers. Like they're trying to find solutions for us. And I can't say enough about them. Like they kill it, they slay, and I'm so proud of what they're bringing for us.
Man, I love it. You're in your 20s or 30s?
I turned 30 last October.
Yo, see, you freshly 30.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Man, how do you feel? Do you, like in your world, and this ain't Prize, but I'm just curious.
Yeah.
In your world, do you feel millennials in your age bracket waste money on dating and on trying to impress people in the culture? It's like they would rather spend money over here to blend in with culture than to put money into a savings account. Do you see that at all within any of your friends?
100%.
Wow.
And not just that, it's even harder because with social media, a lot of the times, and I'm guilty of this too, right? You start following people like Anthony ONeal, you start people that drop in these gems, and all of a sudden you feel like you're doing it when you're not. Meaning, right, you need real action. You need to actually do what you're being taught rather than just ingesting this information and thinking it's going to get downloaded into your life, right? Because that's just not how it works.
Right.
So absolutely.
Man, that man said, yo, you think you're doing it because you hear it, but you need to put action into place. Yeah, man. I really hope you all are listening to today's show.
Can I say something else real quick?
Yeah, what's up?
So, like, on the topic of millennials, too, you were talking about the 36 months, right?
Yep.
That just, like, a core memory got unlocked because once I decided to take my savings journey seriously and I got to that 36 months, something happened mentally for me. You talked about how people are working for supervisors they might not love or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I love the quote, like, the paycheck is actually the most ubiquitous addiction in the world, right? Drugs, gambling, whatever. It's a paycheck because you need it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know this would happen to me, but literally to the day when I hit 6 months, mentally, when I went into work, and it's not like I hated my life,
right?
But when I went into work and I woke up that day, to know that I did not need this paycheck for the next 6 months, not only gave me peace, it changed how I thought about my life and my career. Because all of a sudden, I'm not looking over my shoulder, worried that I'm gonna get fired because I need this paycheck. It's damn, like, what do I want to do with my life now? You had me going when you were talking about that.
Yo,
that memory just.
But doesn't it feel good that you can walk into your job? And you're not going to just leave because you just, forget it, I don't have to deal with this. It's like, no, if you feel as if your season is up, if you feel as if you cannot add value to this company anymore, you're not staying there because you need the paycheck. You can be like, all right, yo, God bless you, love y'all. Here's my 2 weeks notice. I'm going to go off and do what I feel is best for the next season of my life.
No, totally. And like, the dynamic shifted. I felt like I needed them because I got bills.
Yeah.
I need them. I don't want to seem like a broke bum. I need a job. I need all that. Yeah, I didn't walk in there saying, I'm a dip.
Right.
But it felt like an equal partnership because all of a sudden, I need you, but also you need me. And I could leave if I don't feel like I'm valued the way that I feel like I should. That was a secondary thing before the 36 months.
Wow.
So like, it's empowering.
No, it really is. I was talking to one of my followers, and she was like, "Man, I can't wait to get 3 months in my savings account." I said, "Why?" She said, "Because I'm gonna quit my job." I was like, "Well, why are you gonna quit your job?" because I need it right now, but I don't like it there. I'm not treated well. I experienced some level of racism. And she's like, but I can't afford to leave today. And hearing you say that, man, I'm just like, it shifts mentally that you can walk into a place like you said, I'm like, you know what? I do need this paycheck because I need to live, but also y'all need me. And it makes you walk in there with your head up a little bit more.
Totally.
And some of y'all right now don't even have $1,000 in your savings account. You're wondering, why are you losing sleep? You're wondering, why do you have this stress over you? Why are you struggling? I'm not saying that you shouldn't work a job that you don't like, because for the most part, all of us have worked a job that we did not like. But use that opportunity to build your savings account so you can go to where you want to go and do what you want to do and work where you want to work so you can enjoy life. But if you don't have a savings, like my man said, you're going to always be working for somebody else. I'm curious, as a millennial, why do you think it's important for millennials to save? To really take saving seriously?
Yeah. Let me fold in as a millennial, but also as a minority.
Oh,
right? This is what keeps me up at night, right? I think about this a lot, actually. We go 10 years into the future. They're going to look back and they're going to say, what did it mean to be a Korean American, right? An African American, whatever it is, right? What did it mean to look like that?
Right.
My generation of millennials, we're the first ones, right? My parents were born in Korea. I was born in America.
Okay.
Right? So we are actively defining what it means to be that cultural identity in America. Now, couple that with the fact that our parents came in not knowing the stock market and not having those resources.
Right.
We are the bridge that's going to take every generation after us to that next level.
Right.
And so that's why it's so important. Like, we almost have an extra pressure to close that gap, bring on that generational wisdom, shoot for that generational wealth. That's the goal, right? So those are my thoughts.
Listen, man, this prize pool. I mean, I don't know what else y'all need to see and hear. I mean, I literally, when I met Daniel, I was like, yo, bro, you gotta get on the show. Like, I think I love his wisdom. I love his thoughts. And I just love the company. And so, man, do yourself a favor and go try Prize Pool out. You know, just put a couple $100, put $500 into the account. Try them out for 30 days. Watch it. Man, I get a text message every week from him. Like, hey, did you win? I was like, shoot, let me see. You know, I really love the company. The customer service is A+. You see their representation. And I love the fact that this is a company that is like, hey, we're minority based. We love all people, but it's important for us to represent for minorities.
Totally.
And I think that is amazing. Frank, if you're watching this, thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this journey with you all, because this is hands down such an awesome experience. And so you all can go to anthonyoneal.com/savings. You'll be able to access my website there, sign up. You can have your savings account open today. And I really want to encourage you to do that. If you're listening on podcast, you can go and click all the information in the show notes. I have that link there. And man, I love it. I want to leave you all with this scripture. Proverbs chapter 13, verse 11. It says, dishonest money dwindles away, but he who gathers money little by little makes it grow. Dishonest money will disappear. I know y'all seen all of these people who are not men of character, men of integrity, got all this stuff, but you really don't know what they really have. But honest, but people who gather money little by little over integrity, with character, with intentionality, it grows. So today's affirmation, repeat it 5 times. I'm going to say it twice. I want you to repeat it 5 times. If you watch me on YouTube, type it on the comments. If you're listening to some podcasts and you're driving right now, scream it loud for your boy. This one is, I control money. Money doesn't control me. I control money. Money does not and will not control me or my family. Repeat that 5 times. After you repeat it, go to anthonyoneal.com/savings and join me at Prize Pool. It's your boy, Anthony O'Neal. I'm going to see you on the next show. Peace out.